BAUM Last updated 10:32 the 9th of November 2018 USTA, IMG Media, AP Serena Williams reacts to her loss in the US Open final. JAIME LAWSON, Getty Images Serena Williams picks up her smashed racket during the US Open final. Getty Images Serena Williams argues with US Open referee Brian Earley during the final. Adam Hunger, AP Serena Williams wasn't happy with chair umpire Carlos Ramos in the US Open final. Tennis opinion, in antithesis of the mythical sporting contest in which the game is the winner, in the US Open women's final, everyone and thing lost. Serena Williams lost massively. She lost the match, and a bit more of her now much frayed gilt edge. In her outbursts, she invokes sexism and, implicitly, racism, and so managed to set back both those momentous causes. Williams came from a long way back in life, but she is now just about the most privileged black woman in the U.S., the most indulged too. It makes it hard to buy the interpretation that this was some sort of stance against oppression. It obscures the mighty, desperate and real battles that are being fought around the world in the name of both. The idea of sport as mere tool and metaphor for society was long ago lost. At this level, it is rich, talented people playing games they love. Everything else is alibi. Tough games, demanding games, but games nonetheless. As Boris Becker once said after a shock defeat and the funereal reaction to it, "No one died out there, read more." Serena Williams cartoon condemned ITF defends umpire in Serena spat Cordwell rejects Serena's sexism call Serena in the wrong, ex-umpire Williams fined over US Open outburst sexist power play ruins US Open final. "I have a daughter and I stand for what's right for her," Williams said. So, when her now infant daughter one day perceives a slight, throws a tantrum, smashes up some expensive toys, calls her mother a thief, demands an apology and says that she will see to it that Williams play no further role in her life, she will applaud her for being a strong woman, yes? Add feedback no. Williams managed even to make a motherhood statement into a loser. Williams has form, lots of it. In 2011, playing Sam Stosur in the U.S. final, she sneered that the chair umpire was a hater and ugly inside. 2 years previously, in a U.S. semifinal against Kim Clijsters, she threatened to shove a ball down a line official's throat, and was docked a point by the chair umpire. All three officials in these incidents were women, and Clijsters was a new mother, but no sense of common cause seemed to apply then. The common denominator in all three matches was that Williams was on the way to defeat. That is the bottom line. Williams pleaded that she had worked so hard post-childbirth to get back to a major final, as if no one else worked hard, as if the player at the other end of the court had not worked as hard, perhaps harder. Hard work is a minimum expectation, not grounds for diplomatic immunity. Naomi Osaka lost, innocently. She spent what should have been her finest hour in tears. Her hero stole her show so wholly that Osaka felt compelled to apologize for winning. Williams destroyed the moment, then said with cloying hypocrisy, "Let's make this the best moment we can." Umpire Carlos Ramos lost. Tennis is governed by archaic rules, particularly concerning coaching, but he in the first instance applied them pedantically. This, not some sort of male chauvinist vendetta, was his mistake. In the escalation, his hands were tied by process. But whoever started it, and whomever might have gotten away with infractions in the past, it was within the power of Williams as the game's foremost stateswoman and most commanding presence to end it. She didn't. Tennis lost, ignobly, again. Of the major sports, it is the most licentious, its players the most pampered. It is not strictly true that men get away with murder. Almost 30 years ago, John McEnroe was defaulted out of an Australian Open after a Serena-like hissy fit, but it is true that tennis players are given the range of spoiled brats, literally spoil sports. Most don't abuse this most of the time, which makes those who do stand out. tennis long leash is justified on the grounds that though the game does not hold the physical terrors of other sports, its isolation can be psychologically terrifying and needs an outlet. To this though, there must be limits. Abuse, whether of equipment or people, should be beyond them. Mutual respect, even as the slings and arrows rain down, is the necessary key to civil combat. Williams's peppercorn fine fails to establish this. Suspension might doubtlessly, as what felt like a conspiracy rose against Williams in the final, and she invoked sexism and racism in her protests, then twisted it into some sort of stance on behalf of her child, meantime demonizing an umpire, traumatizing a new champion and turning her stage into gallows. She was only lashing out. It would not be an excuse for a 16-year-old, it is certainly not one for a 36-year-old superstar, role model and parent. Sydney Morning Herald.